Okay, in this video, I'm just going to quickly walk through a few common scenarios that we see that can cause Facebook's reported attribution numbers and Northbeam's attribution numbers to differ. Um, so, first up, we get this question a lot. Why is my data different on Facebook versus Northbeam? And the short answer is they're meant to be different. Fundamentally, we're reporting on two different things and two different tech stacks collecting that data and reporting on that data. So starting at a high level, Facebook by default operates on a 7-day click, 1-day view. And what they'll do is they'll give full credit to anybody that clicks or views an ad within those windows. Northbeam, on the other hand, is multi-touch attribution. We're taking a look at everything that's going on, including the entirety of the store's marketing touchpoints across channels. And when we're attributing revenue, we're going to take all the channels and all the touch points from those channels in mind. Okay, so let's walk through a couple scenarios. First one, a returning customer is coming back to buy for a second, third, fourth, fifth time without clicking on an ad. And this is very common because Facebook, once you're in their ecosystem, their auction and ad dynamics are built to serve ads towards folks most likely to click on those ads. By nature, if somebody is in your ecosystem and on your email list, Facebook is going to have a lot of data on them saying that, hey, they're likely to click on our ads, right? So even if you're running exclusions as best you can, this is still prevalent and still happens, and there's no great way around it, right? But what you want to do is you want to understand what's happening. So in this scenario, the reality is a user may have an event that's coming up that they need to shop for. They're behaving online in their typical fashion, checking email, checking social. And when they're checking social, they're occasionally getting served by Facebook ads. If they don't click on this ad, right, both our system and Facebook system will understand that, hey, they still had a view. We move forward a few days in time. And what happens next is a customer may click on a marketing email, right? That gets them engaged, reminds them about a product that's coming up for sale. And then a few days later, they may visit the website via direct and make that purchase. So what happens in Northbeam is we recognize that view touch point. We recognize the email touch point. We recognize the direct touch point. And each one of those channels will get appropriate credit depending on the attribution model that you have selected. So we can stop there for just a little bit and briefly speak on some of our attribution models. So there's a few different models, right? But in this scenario, if we were looking at linear, where each touch point is going to get equal credit, Northbeam would give appropriate credit to email and direct in this scenario, as where Facebook would just give full credit to their view touch point. And it's just something to watch out for, right? This happens all the time, and it's a scenario where Facebook may be over-reporting because they see a view for somebody in your ecosystem, but they don't recognize that, hey, an email touch point happened or a direct touch point happened or something else happened. So in those scenarios, we'll split out credit, as where Facebook will take the whole thing. Scenario 2, a new customer finds out about the brand via organic social. This happens all the time for brands who have, they do a lot of influencers, or they have strong organic Instagram presence, for example. Let's say a new user finds out about the brand via Instagram organic. There's a post that goes viral. What happens is Northbeam would recognize, hey, they came to the website from organic social. Once that user follows the brand or comes to the website from organic social, Facebook's algo is going to say, hey, they're more likely to click on our ads. Let's serve them some ads. So the user gets some ads. They click on one. Great. And then a couple days later, they convert via organic search. In this scenario, Facebook would take full credit for all those touch points, as where Northbeam would split out credit and attribute appropriately to organic social, Facebook, as well as organic search. Important to understand. If you're doing a lot of organic social efforts and your Facebook ad performance is very high, there's a very good chance that they're taking a little bit of that credit. Okay, scenario 3. A new customer finds out about the brand from paid social ads, but converts 20 days or 30 or 40 or 70 days later. So let's say they are browsing, they click on an ad, awesome piece of creative, it gets them engaged. Facebook's default is a 7-day click, right? So if 20 days go by and somebody then has a Google touch point and they search for the brand via Google, Facebook no longer is going to attribute credit for that because they're limited to that 7-day window. As where Northbeam will see all the subsequent touch points that occur after that Facebook click. And if somebody clicks on a Facebook ad, 20 days go by, they click on Google, a few more days go by, they convert via direct none, our system would give the appropriate credit to Facebook, as where Facebook and platform wouldn't see it and would show a 0. Another situation where our numbers very common to be different from Facebook numbers. And last but not least here, a new customer finds out about the brand via paid search, then interacts with Facebook before ultimately buying. So in this scenario, if they find out about the brand via Google ads, awesome. Northbeam gets that. Google gets that. Let's say 15 days go by and they get targeted by a Facebook ad. They click on it. Northbeam sees that. Facebook sees that. Google does not see that. And then once the user is ready to buy, they go into organic search and make that purchase. Northbeam sees that. Facebook does not see that. Google AdWords does not see that as it's related to the non-branded touchpoint. So in this scenario, Northbeam again sees all the situations and attributes credit appropriately according to the attribution model that you have selected, as where Facebook would take their full credit after the Facebook touchpoint, assuming the purchase happens in the 7-day window, and Google would take full credit as well because their default's a 30-day. So a lot to consider here, but the short, simple, sweet takeaway is that holistically, Northbeam is looking to track all the touch points, as where the platforms are sometimes limited by their own defaults. So these two links here have a little bit of a refresher if you want to dig into their definitions and our definitions. But if you have any questions, just feel free to shoot us an email and talk soon. Thanks. Bye.